First, he turned California into a sanctuary state. Now, Governor Jerry Brown is pardoning 132 people, including 2 immigrants who were set for deportation.
Yeah, both men were from Cambodia, are convicted felons, but can now petition judges to reopen their cases.
Our next guest lost his son, Drew Rosenberg, at the hands of an illegal immigrant in San Francisco back in 2010. Don Rosenberg joins us now. Don, thank you for joining us this morning. I have no doubt that every day you think of Drew and his story for our viewers so that they have the full context. Tell us about Drew and what happened.
All right. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Pete. Thanks for having me on.
Of course.
My son was a law student in San Francisco in 2010, and he was coming home from school late one afternoon, and Roberto Gallo, an illegal alien from Honduras, tried to make a last-second left-hand turn. They collided. My son was on a motorcycle. Instead of stopping, he accelerated, drove over his body. Helmet got stuck under his tire. He backed up, drove over him a second time, and then trying to flee, went forward again a third time. By that time, a guy had gotten out of his car, and he stopped with his rear tire on my son's abdomen.
I'm so sorry, Don. Our heart breaks for you. You know, Don.
Thank you.
The immigrants in question, you know, they were legal, but California is a sanctuary state, and it's become a sanctuary state under Governor Brown. So, what would you say to him in his protection of illegal immigrants with a sanctuary state? What would your message be to him?
Well, for those in California who know about his folly with our bullet train, I wish he would get on the bullet train, first stop to hell, and he should get off and stay there. His concern for criminals, be they legal or not, is outrageous and has cost the lives of many Californians. Fortunately, he'll be gone, but I don't know, in a year, but I don't know that he'll be replaced by anybody any better.
Yeah.
But he's terrible.
Don, you know, Robert Gallo, you mentioned the illegal immigrant who committed that hit and run, effectively. What happened to him after your son Drew was killed?
Well, he eventually was convicted. It started off as a felony vehicular homicide. The charges got dropped down to a misdemeanor vehicular manslaughter. He was convicted, and then USCIS refused to deport him. Took me about 8 months, a long fight, a lot of help, and we finally got him deported. But he managed to stay in the country for another 2 years. He spent all of 43 days in jail for killing somebody.
Don, real quick, but President Trump has put a focus on the victims of illegal immigrants. We don't have a lot of time here, but do you feel like you have a voice now? Well,
certainly. I mean, when Obama was president, we couldn't even talk to anybody. There was no response whatsoever. I actually had a letter to Obama delivered by somebody in Jay Johnson's office, and he never responded to it, which was pretty much everybody else. So we do, but I will tell you, we're very concerned about the DACA deal that's going to come down.
Right.
I mean, I'm the president of a group called AVIAC, and our position is you don't do anything about DACA until you take care of everything else with illegal immigration, and very nervous about that one.
Don, I've just been sitting here puzzled. I mean, you think about the reflex to defend illegals while legal law students like that are killed because of their misconduct. It is absolutely puzzling and infuriating for a lot of us. Don Rosenberg, thank you for your story this morning. God bless you.
Thank you for sharing Drew's story.